Buffalo Bills and the Jacksonville Jaguars are set for battle in a primetime matchup on Monday Night Football in Week 3. And these teams are entering the matchup with what have been very different starts to the 2024 NFL season. On one hand, you have the Jags, who dropped their first two games and hold an 0-2 record, while the Bills are coming in hot at 2-0. Jacksonville is hoping to turn around their early season woes, while Buffalo is looking to continue their winning ways. But only one team can prevail in this primetime game. Welcome back to the Bills Bunker. I'm Jake Varco, and today I'll be previewing a primetime Week 3 matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Like I just mentioned, 2-0 for Buffalo, 0-2 for Jacksonville. But there's a little bit of a weird history between these teams. Buffalo, they're going to try to reverse that history, and they're going to try to defend their dirt like they do so frequently in Week 3 here. Before we dive in, go any further, I'd like to take a moment to encourage you to click subscribe, and I'd like to, kind of give back a little bit. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to have you release your score predictions in the comment section below. And here's the thing. If you can get the correct score right, if you guess the correct score and it works out to be that exact same score, you will win this right here. This autographed Micah Hyde 8x10 photo. It's a sick photo, a nice little custom. You'll win that if you can guess the correct score prior to the game beginning in the comment section below. And if you've subscribed to the channel. That's the catch. If you haven't yet, click subscribe. Stay tuned for more content coming away all season long. I'm going to have a lot of content being released live from the stadium on Monday Night Football and at other stadiums as well throughout the year. This game is one that features some familiar faces for the Buffalo Bills, as both Mitch Morse and Gabe Davis will be returning to Orchard Park. It's also a battle between Josh Allen and the guy who's changed his name to Joshua Hines Allen. For a quick refresher, these two teams battled it out overseas in London last year, and it's a game that went really poorly for the Bills. In that game, Buffalo lost Matt Milano and Daquan Jones to injury, and they got mauled by the Jags in a 25-20 loss. That game was one that also saw Travis Etienne rushing for 136 yards and 2 touchdowns, so Buffalo's defense is hoping to pounce on him early and stop the ground attack. However, there's some new faces involved in this Jacksonville offense, and they can take the top off defenses by stretching the field vertically. Look for Trevor Lawrence to be targeting Gabe Davis and former LSU standout rookie wide receiver Brian Thomas Jr. with some deep balls in this game. Jacksonville's offense has some weapons, but they got off to an ugly start so far this season. Trevor Lawrence just completing 51% of his passes to date, and he's been sacked 7 times already throughout the first 2 games of the year. Last week, Lawrence was sacked 4 times by the Cleveland Browns, and now he's not going to have a much easier matchup against guys like Von Miller, Greg Rousseau, and the Bills' defensive front that has done a great job of pressuring quarterbacks early and often in the new season. The Jags offense, they're looking for answers. And if you look on social media, the fans of Duval Nation are really irritated by their offensive coordinator, Press Taylor. They're really calling for him to be fired already. As for the Bills offense, they have been cooking in the early going this season. James Cook led the way for Buffalo in Week 2's victory by recording 95 yards from scrimmage, along with 3 touchdowns against the Miami Dolphins. And in Week 1, the Bills scored 34 points, being led by Josh Allen in a comeback victory over the Arizona Cardinals. And in this Bills offense, everybody eats. And it could be anybody's turn to feast in this juicy Week 3 battle against the Jags secondary. That's a potential point of emphasis for this Buffalo Bills team to attack. It could present an opportunity for Keon Coleman, for example, to be a player that has a big night. Ronald Darby is Jacksonville's top corner.
Now that's a name I've not heard in a long time. A long time.
Yes, Ronald Darby is still in the league, and he's someone who actually has a pretty big role in that Jags secondary. Darby is returning to Buffalo after he was drafted by the Bills all the way back in 2015. And the Buffalo Bills, they have so many options that they can attack defenses with, and look for a lot of these guys to get involved early and often. Josh Allen can be spreading the ball all game long, but Keon Coleman, Khalil Shakir, these are guys to highlight for a potential big game in Week 3. This is a classic letdown spot for the Buffalo Bills, and I don't want to see them let anything down. They got to keep the pedal to the metal, keep the foot on the gas in this game, keep those Jaguars down, keep them tamed, keep those cats tamed, because the Jacksonville Jaguars, their team, that should be highly motivated. The Jacksonville Jaguars have lost 7 of their last 8 regular season games dating back to last year, and starting the year off 0-2, it's not a good start at all. Like, for the Jags in a division with the Houston Texans, losing this game can essentially it could really be detrimental to their success moving forward this season, and it could put their entire season in jeopardy. So Trevor Lawrence, the Jags, they're going to be a little ticked off, and they're going to want to get a win, obviously. In primetime in Buffalo, that's a big atmosphere. Bills Mafia is going to show up. You know it. Bills Mafia is going to be electrifying on Monday Night Football, and I'm excited to be there for it. If you look at some of the past games between these teams, it's like the Bills are cursed when they play against the Jaguars. Last season, you had the Bills go over to London, overseas, and it resulted in the Jaguars, who were actually over there for a full week before the Bills got there. They earned a victory, 25-20, but it was more of a manhandling, mauling, whatever you want to call it, than that. And you can look even further back than that. A couple of years back, it was a 9-6 game for the Jacksonville Jaguars. They defeated the Bills 9-6 in the Josh Allen era. When do you see Josh Allen and the Bills getting held to 6 points? It doesn't happen very often. That happened in Jacksonville. But now, this Jacksonville Jaguars team, they're not overseas in London no more. They got to come to Buffalo, and they got to do it on prime time when Bills Mafia is going to be rowdy. Bills Mafia can make a difference in this game. And I just want to remind you, I want to know your score prediction for this game in the comments section down below. And if you get the correct score, and obviously you have to qualify by having your correct score prediction in the comment section before the game kicks off, and you have to be subscribed to the channel. But if you get it correct and you qualify, this bad boy is yours. The first person who gets the correct score right. So if you haven't yet, click subscribe. Stay tuned for more content coming away all season long. Let me know your score predictions down below. Thank you for watching. I'm Jake Varco. This is the Bills Bunker. I'll see you live from Highmark Stadium Monday night. Go Bills.